Yeah, this was a bad idea. Stopping here on the... Just wanted to get coffee. And who knew that this place is so crazy over here? But now I know where I'm gonna spend the weekend, because I'm only 30 kilometers from my delivery, and I'm going south away from Highway 70. And over here we have Speedway, we have Pilot, and TA. And check this out, diesel is $2.99 at the Speedway, so that's pretty cool. And they were, oh wow, the size of potholes in there, that's terrible. Oh, interesting thing happened today. At one point, I see a flashing lights in my mirror. Actually, no, wait, that was in Michigan. Yeah, in Michigan, a cop pulls me over. And in view of all these, you know, stories with people dying, right? I'm scared, you know, like he stops me, I'm like hands on the wheel. And he comes over, he tries to open the door. And I'm like, okay, I open the door, and I see, as soon as I see in the mirror when he was approaching my door, like his right hand goes on his gun. I don't know, like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna try to outrun you in a semi-truck? But I guess that's how they train. And then when he opens the door, his right hand is still on his gun. Can I see your permit and registration, please, and driver's license, sir? And I had a permit lying like this on the seat, and he's standing there, right? And I give him my driver's license. I say my registration is on the... I have to stand up, it's in the sleeper. And he's like, okay. And his right hand is still on his gun. And then I give him everything except the permit, and he says, and the permit? And I point like this, you know, with my finger. And his hand was off his gun. As soon as I did this, as soon as I pointed with my finger, his hand went right back to the gun. Like, what's wrong? Like, these guys. And so he takes everything, goes back to his car with that funny 1950s flashing light that nobody else uses except Michigan. And then he comes back 10 minutes later. Oh, you're good to go, sir. So basically I was just checking my paperwork. And then this morning, I'm driving on I-75. I spent the night in North Baltimore at the Petro. I'm driving, all of a sudden I look, I see flashing lights in my mirror. I'm like, not again. But then I look closely, and it's a pole car, you know, like a pilot car with a pole. So that means that the load behind that vehicle is something very big. And then I look in the mirror, holy moly, it's not just like a load, it's a super load with 3 police cars and 3 civilian escorts. And the guy was so big, he was driving in the middle of the road. You know, of course, in the front he has a cop with flashing lights, you know, red and blue. And this is the first time I was in a situation like that. Like, what do you do? I'm driving 56 miles per hour, and I look in the mirror to see, are these guys driving at the same speed, or are they slower, faster, what? I see they're catching up with me. And again, the load is in the middle. It's so big on I-75. And so I increased my speed to 60 miles an hour. I see they're still catching up. And I'm thinking, okay, hold on. The police car is in the front with flashing red and blue lights. Like, to me as a trucker, as a driver, that is a signal to stop, you know? Like, I have to let them go. No, because if I stay in this lane and I'm 12 feet wide, there's no way they can pass me, you know? Because the guy was like, I don't know, 18, 20 feet wide. And so I'm driving a couple of minutes looking for a way to stop. And then I see a on-ramp. And I signaled to the right and I just went on the on-ramp. And these guys were so happy. They accelerated, and the second cop car like did like this, you know, beep beep, like thank you. I felt very good about that. And then so I followed 175 to, oh, check this out. There's a Walmart here. See, this is definitely a route worth going back to. I don't know if they allow trucks in there. I see one guy, but this is, you know, like a good area. I passed Ritchie Brothers on I-70, so I took I-75 and then took I-70 east from Dayton, right? And then I went to exit 79, which I just took, and this is highway 42. And now in 4 miles I'm turning on 38. I mean 4 kilometers. And I gotta stop there after the turn, and I have to call my customer because he didn't actually need this machine on Saturday. See, that's another thing that really pisses me off, you know. Not only are they always wrong about dimensions and weight, but they are very often wrong about what the actual final customer wants. Like, I call the guy, right? So now he has my cell number, and we've been calling in each other back and forth, and he says, well, I don't actually need that machine until next Thursday. So he says, you can deliver Saturday or Monday, but not Sunday. Okay, and then yesterday he calls me, he says, so we good for Monday? I said, wait a second, what Monday? I thought you said Saturday was okay. I said, my freight broker is pushing me to deliver Saturday because, you know, on the rate confirmation it says must deliver Saturday, April 17th, and I could see that they can apply some sanctions if I don't deliver on time, you know. And this guy says, I have no idea why they're pushing you for Saturday. He says, I don't actually need this machine that urgent. See, always when the broker, this is gonna be my rule number, I think, what, 74 now? Heavy haul rule number 74. When the broker says the load is urgent, the customer doesn't really need the load until next month. Okay? So that's the rule, another rule of heavy haul. And so yeah, I said I'll be there. I should be there somewhere around 11. I said 11:30 because I looked up the distance from North Baltimore, and that's what it was. Like, in terms of distance, it was like 200 kilometers, you know, 120 miles. And so now I have to follow this 42 and then 38 south. And he says as soon as you turn on 38, he says he lives 15 minutes away from the delivery. And he says, so we agreed I'm calling him on when I'm turning on 38, because then that means that at that point in time we are pretty much same 15-20 minutes away from from the delivery. And I told him, I said, I would feel real happy if you unload this yourself because it's so big. Like, I moved them once, but I think I moved a smaller one before. This one is really so wide, you know. And when the guy was loading, one of his tracks almost slipped off the deck. And I said, stop, please go back and recenter the machine. Because, you know, if he falls down, because it was only, what, like 10 feet, 12 feet, nothing's gonna happen to the machine, but he's gonna bend something on my trailer. All right, I think, where's 38? Junction 38, okay. So which way am I going? Oh, this is 38. Oh, okay, cool. So this is 38. And basically to go south I need this. Alright, and then I'll need to find a place where to stop. See, the poles are really close. Man. I hate when they do this. Oh, actually here it's pretty wide, so maybe I can stop somewhere here. Before the turn. I think they can pass me. All right, the guy is sitting in a silver Chevy pickup at the stoplight in a town called Midway. He says it's about next town over. He says you'll see me and I'll take you in. So he'll escort me to my unloading site, which is perfect. And he says that town has only one light. And so he's sitting at that, he says, flashing light. Oh wow, check this out. That's a pretty impressive structure. I like this old architecture, you know. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna focus here. So which way is 38? So 38 goes straight, okay. Wait, 38 goes left. 38 truck route. What? They're sending me on this? Truck route. These people are nuts. How is this a truck route? Yeah, Yeah, probably it's like goes around. And I see one railroad crossing. I think I saw it on my permit. They was saying basically be careful. So I'm watching my mirror for these parked cars, because I'm okay hitting a Chevy or a Ford, but I really don't want to hit a Chrysler or a Dodge. Honda, Chevy, Toyota. I'm on the right route. See, it says 38. But to be fair, the road all the way to here was fine. And then they just sent me on this as usual. All this BS, And I gotta raise the trailer, it's too low. But over here it's too narrow, no way to stop. But I was too low when I was going over that railroad intersection. I could see it slightly touch the ground, but I was going very slow, so no big deal. Oh wow, check this out. Where can I stop here? Nowhere. Wants me to take a shortcut. I cannot do that. I have to stay on 38. Why is he signaling? Why you cannot wait 2 seconds till you have a passing lane, right? Over there was 2 lanes. 2 lines, solid lines, no passing. Well, there you go. How can I have an accident? No. I stopped over there where all these truck stops were, and I wanted to get some kind of a sandwich or something, but they are still on breakfast time, and it took 10 minutes to get a cup of coffee, so they were so slow and so many cars in the in the driveway. They're going through the driveway. And of course the girl in front of me, she didn't just buy a regular coffee. She wanted some iced cappuccino, frappuccino. So it took the guy 5 minutes to make. And I said, that's it. No, I'm not waiting for a sandwich, even like a breakfast sandwich. I said, can I please have black coffee? Okay. And surprisingly, I had the coffee like in less than a minute after he took my order. All right, so the town, he said Midway, right? He said Midway. But this cannot be it, because I'm still 18 kilometers away. Yeah, this is Newport. Okay, if I see another railroad crossing, I'm stopping to raise the trailer. guy didn't want to move. I don't understand. I have my lights on, my headlights are on, my flashing lights are on, and that bobtail truck is driving next to the yellow line. Well, I have a bridge, right? I cannot hit a bridge. All right, so somewhere here. So we're 11 kilometers away from 323. So yeah, this goes like this, and then 323, I'm supposed to turn left on 323. So I'm guessing this, my customer gonna be sitting somewhere here. So you guys have a nice drive in the country, and then I'm gonna show you briefly unloading. Hopefully he doesn't fall off the trailer. За туманом и за запахом тайги. All right, 8 kilometers, 5 miles to my turn. Nice mailbox over there. Missed it again. Okay, how about this one? My aim is pretty bad today. That was a good possibility, but I know why. It's because I didn't have breakfast. That Petro, I wasn't hungry, so I just got coffee. I hate coffee at Petro and TA. It's just like nothing, you know, like. Okay, what do I have here? 20 miles an hour. When it's flashing. Okay. No, during restricted hours. No, but today's Saturday, come on. Oh wow, kids are playing, what are they playing, baseball? Yeah, baseball. Alright, so we're looking for the stoplight. The bridges are getting skinnier and skinnier. All right, where's the stoplight? Good weather today. Plus 12, so over 50 F. I think that looks like a town. Probably somewhere here. And so the guy told me that he's in a silver pickup. And I said, look for a black truck. And of course, you know your machine, like bright green. Probably the light is at that turn where I need to turn left. 323. Yeah, this must be this midway. Midway. Stoplight.
In 300 meters, turn left onto Ohio 323 East Federal Street.
Oh, I see the white pickup truck. Yeah, Chevy. 323.
Take the next left onto Ohio 323 East Federal Street.
here we're supposed to turn. Because he gave me the address as Danville Road. And you know, we're talking on the phone. I said, Dansville? Like my favorite town in New York State? He says, no, Danville. D-A-N-V-I-L-E. Double L.
In 600 meters, turn right onto Danville Road, Newport Bloomingburg Road.
Yeah, see? We're turning. But it's a good turn. It's very shallow. I like these.
Take the next right onto Danville Road, Newport Bloomingburg Road.
It's like 45 degrees. Yeah, I see. But actually,
Continue on Danville Road for 1 kilometer.
it's still sharp because 45 degrees starts here. But the actual turn is still 90 degrees. And that's it. The monster is parked in the distance, and the tracks are like those grousers. I'm telling you. And turns out they have a similar machine, like sitting behind that red tractor over there. And they were having troubles with it, some trouble. And so they got this brand new one. And they said this other one was actually going back next week. But when I talked to my, like, look at this. That's what this machine did. See, that's what those grousers can do. And I want to show you guys something. Why you have to be very careful with these when loading them. Check this out. This thing went in here. Like, look what it did. Because I think I put a rubber here and then the other one was here. I thought, okay, it should be okay on the metal, but look, it just bends metal like plywood, you know. Probably one of the grousers went in here. And I saw, you see these pieces of metal, like shavings. See? Very dangerous machine, you know. And same over there. See, it just did this, just bends everything. Because again, there's so much weight on little area of that, you see, of that grouser, you know. It's really, oh wow, just see, it's bending everything. No wonder I had to weld, and what I had to weld was this piece. This piece at the top was cracking on both sides, and you see that piece connects the top deck and the bottom rail. And it might have happened when I remember I hit something when I was driving. That can have happened, but I don't see any cracks. Trailer still looks pretty good underneath, with a nice healthy bow. And I raised the front axle, and I love it. It's so easy to do, right? So you just drop all the air. You don't have to drive on the boards, you just drop all the air, and because of this shim, oh, that's something new. Because of the shim, this thing is higher than those axles, right? And all you need to do is just tighten this chain and then kill the air with that yellow tap, and then reinflate suspension, and voila. Of course, now my wheelbase is like half a mile long, but who cares? So now the plan is to turn around somewhere here without hitting these. I'm not sure if I can manage that, but I have to get back on this road. If I go that way, 18 miles north is the TA and Pilot and I-70. If I go this way, in the distance, that's I-71. But there's no entrance from this road, so you have to go to the same 38 I was on. And I was thinking I'm gonna show you guys a bit more of country driving. So basically we're gonna go towards that overpass, but right before overpass there's a road that goes parallel to I-71 going west, and then over there was somewhere we hit again that highway 38, and I go this way, and then 38 there's a ramp from 38 to 71, and I have to go that way. I think it's like 8 miles, so basically it's much closer. And there's a Flying J, and then 3 miles further down there's a TA, that nice town over there, Lancaster, West Lancaster. But this one where I want to go is just Jefferson. There's nothing there, but at least they have Denny's, and they probably have some dirt roads so I can use my Nordic sticks again. And you see, I left them this was very helpful, and they said, you want to take it? I said no, I'm gonna leave it for the next guy, because the factory told me this is garbage, that's useless. But it was helpful. I don't see any damage on the timber. That's the only damage I see is on this metal plate. So yeah, you don't want to do too many of these, you know. They're too much stress for the trailer. But Oh, and those hoses, that's what is gonna put in the ground here. So that this machine is gonna work on this field and gonna put that tile in the ground to make it drier. Do you guys hear how quiet it is over here? Lots of birds in that little patch of trees. Nice. All right, let's wake the 605 horsepower beast to life and get the heck out of here. So yeah, 17 kilometers. That's what Google Maps shows here. So I'm gonna go, see, like that's me over here. And so I'm gonna go there, turn right before the 71, and then go to go west towards 38, then go south on 38, jump on 71, and it's right here. That's the flange. And I know that one is, there's not much in there, whereas the others, but that one is like another 3 miles. I'm not sure, maybe I'll go there next day, because I know that one, the west, what is it? So this one is over here, and the next one is, I think there's a scale there. No, yeah, screw that. I don't want to go there. I'll go to the Flying J. They should have a Denny's in there. Yeah, the brakes work. Especially when you forget to release them. Leave the same way I came in, because over here there's a dip. It looks like a little, you know, ditch. But here you have, that's how they brought the other machine. And the only problem is that's a very sharp turn, you know. See, this one is much smoother, so I might just need to go back the same way I came, because I came from 323. Yeah, this is very sharp turn.